Hello, monsters of Ant, and welcome back to Total War Warhammer 2 Vortex campaign and part 7 of my Luther Harkin campaign. Patreon supporter special exclusive campaign. Yes, that's right, and we're facing off against a Skull Island thingy. We've got some tentacles coming out there, and this Sebastian is heading straight for these hand cannons, and let's find out how well... I mean, little Sebastian there. He's adorable. We love him. Unfortunately, he does not do well against hand cannons because they are just absolutely fucking shredding him. I mean, that was a volley, and it just annihilated him. There's nothing. He's gone. He's out of here. He's dead. Didn't even get fucking close. Holy shit. Meanwhile, the rest of the units desperately charging up the beach towards us. Getting mown down by superior firepower. Only on the right flank, where some depth guard with pole arms have managed to get in amongst our rotting Prometheans with Overhaul's Dance Macabre, where you can see that they are doing quite a lot of damage very, very quickly to us. It's not really good. Some deckhand mob trying to, again, charge up the beach towards us. Rotting Prometheans advancing just before they reach our line. Yep, they're not going to get anywhere close to our guns. Not they could if they even tried. It's just absolute carnage. Well, there we go. Most of the army is now disintegrating. Our Rotting Prometheans took quite a chunk of damage from those depth guard. Just the Vampire Admiral left now. His entire army has been mown down before he even reached us. He's trying to get revenge on the Rotting Prometheans. Should be fine if I wasn't going to heal them up and then move them away from him so that we can shoot him. $52 losses. I will take that and all that replenishment. Thank you very much. Okay, we've got 2,000 big ones, 20,000 big ones, and a sword of battle. All very nice.
An unknown quantity.
Well, it's not so much an unknown quantity as something. Do I want more melee attack? Maybe. I think I do. I think I just did. Do you actually have a weapon? You don't have a weapon. Okay, we'll give you the Sword of Battle, and we don't have any armour. Would you like to throw fireballs at people? And how about some of that physical resistance, eh? And apparently we've only got 3 followers.
My madness is not weakness.
Oh, you say that. Right, let's go Immortality. Now, last time we had a poll, and I forgot to mention it in the episode, but the poll was, should we make friends with Archon? I mean, we're already friends, really. But did we want to stay friends, or did I want his stuff? And fine. And the result of the poll was that we should make friends with Skelly Boy himself. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to make friends with him. So we've captured quite a lot of territory, and we're about to have a rebellion. Oops. Should have checked that. Never mind. I'm sure we're sure it's okay. They won't attack on the first turn. Probably. Maybe. It's okay. Right, unassigned skill points. We've got Cap Markan. You can have specialist, because that's kind of what you do. We set up one there.
Bring Azurian's fire.
Good.
Trained by the White Tower.
Yeah, okay, fine. Did what? I have put a
Elven Archmage.
There we go. Right. 1 turn, then we get that. That should make our income better. We're going to have a rebellion there. Yes, I mean, realistically I should have checked that, but I mean, it's pretty standard for me not to have just checked that, to be honest. If I had checked it, you'd probably be worried that obviously someone else had taken over the channel. But don't worry, my incompetence is not deterred in any way.
I cannot guarantee your safety, especially from me.
Rawr. Defensive alliance. Alright. Alright, we'll sign up to that. We'll sign up to your defensive alliance, I guess. Okay, we had a little rebellion down there. It's alright, we can deal with that.
Undead pirates!
Let's go and bop them. It's nice and easy. No problem. There we go.
In, you dregs! Split the swag.
Let's...
Into the ranks they go.
I'm just going to take the cash, I think. Okay. Public order here is still not very good, and there's not much we can do about that. I think upgrading Marek is the sensible option.
Most astute.
Alistair thinks so. And our income is now looking considerably better, now that we've got 2 pirate coves on the go. Very nice.
Blood and
I wonder if there's any... Like, shall I just go for...
on land.
I feel like I should probably just go for Nagaron. That's probably where we're going to get the next big bucks, right? Right? That's what I'm thinking. So we've got a couple of pirate coves there making the big bucks, but could always use more. Bonus first infantry I'm not too bothered about. None of that's particularly interesting. What level are you? 25. I mean, I do like my rotting Prometheans, although it's mostly about them being defensive rather than offensive. So let's give you a monkey jacket to keep you a little bit more safe. Lovely monkey jackets. Now you can be a swashbuckler. You can do more stuff. And you can be... oh god, I don't know. Training, boost income. None of that's useful. I've got all the useful abilities. Now I'm just... I guess missile resistance. In case someone decides to shoot you. Oh, there's a gold mine down there. Luther wants a gold mine. Also, we need to kill some lizard men, don't we? There's not many lizard men about, though. We might have to go looking for them. There's also skaven, but not many lizard men.
Admiral of the fleet.
I was going to get this, wasn't I?
Navigating.
Okay, raid the cove. What we got? I mean, that does not look particularly difficult, although we don't have any rotting Prometheans. We just have halberd infantry, which these depth guard are going to tear through. We'll have to shoot them before they kill us all. I'm sure that's fine.
Prey comes. Fight.
Can our brave Zomble polearms hold up against depth guard? Nope. Not even close. Going to be absolutely fucking slaughtered. But, on the other hand, you know, the depth guard have to get close first, which is going to be the tricky thing for them, because, you know, guns and artillery. And it's all very well and nice being a vampire, but if you get filled with so much lead that you can barely move, then it's somewhat detrimental to your vampire life. We're summoning some rotting Prometheans. That's going to get their attention and mean that they're busy dealing with those. And yeah, they're all dead. Good. Meanwhile, we've got our Mongols who are clawing their way over to deal with the enemy mortars for us. There we go. And down they go. Lovely. I mean, so far, so good. The only slight issue might be our left flank, where some depth guard have got in amongst our polearms, and obviously the polearms are going to get pretty wrecked pretty fast. Yeah, look how quickly they are losing health, and the depth guard are healing-ish, maybe. Fortunately, Estella is coming here. She's going to come and help out. She's going to drop some rotting Prometheans into the forests. They're being flanked. Yeah, these our poor deckhand mob. They're doing their best. Here comes Estelle. Rotting Prometheans in the forest there. Splosh. It's all moist. And our Mongols are moving in to help mop up the last few units that they come. They're actually quite quick when they get going. You may have hand cannons, and they may be good, but you can't shoot that close. just as well, really, because otherwise these boys, mincemeat. Army losses starting to take effect for the enemy army. As you can see, they're starting to all drop dead. And it looks like Tommy Sea Urchin is currently trying to beat up the Vampire Fleet Admiral, who is desperately no, he's dead. Well, that went swimmingly, because vampirates, right? I mean, it's like, you know, we are vampirates, and it's good. And I'm going to take the money. I want the money. We've got, ooh, a banner of swiftness and 20 big ones. Not bad. I mean, not bad if anyone in our army had anywhere to be, but normally they just sit back and wait for people to come to them. So it's kind of garbage. Never mind. Let's get campaign movement range. That is probably the best one to get. So we'll grab that one. Tommy can have, I guess, hard to hit. He's quite a big boy. And always ready. There we go. We didn't even lose anyone. I thought we would definitely lose someone, but we didn't. So that's nice. We've encountered Clan Rictus, have we? Really? All the way from over there? It's a little bit concerning. Never mind. This is going to do pirate growth. I kind of want that. Upkeep reduction would be nice as well. But this would give us some abilities to use. From what I remember, the abilities are a bit trash. So let's go with the... Oh, I would like a Sebastian.
I am the pirate.
You know what? We've got so much money. I'm going to get both of those, and I'm going to get Sebastian. It's not crazy. It's very, very. Shall I replace all of my rotting Prometheans with Sebastians? Is that madness? It sounds pretty good to me. That sounds like the kind of thing I definitely should be doing. In theory. Let's get the Pirate Wharf, because that's going to give us more money. Let's get the Buried Treasure Chest, because more money. I guess we could get the Admiral's Mausoleum. And then we spent all of our money, which I spent quite a while trying to acquire. So, there we go. 2 Skull Islands spent in nary a turn. Okay, those guys are confederated. It's as dead. That's even less lizards for us to kill. But we have got increased armor-piercing missile damage for everyone. So what do you now do? You now do 16 armor-piercing. I mean, they shredded that Sebastian in... I mean, Jesus. That was deeply upsetting for all concerned. Holy shit.
Where to? The sea knows my fate.
Does it? Okay, good to know. Right, you sit there for a minute. I want to build this, but not right now.
Back to your sarcophagi, to scum.
I want this, although it's got the Black Tower of Arkan.
My madness is
That could be a problem, because maybe I just want to sack it? How much money would I get for that? 4,000, 5,000... Well, 5,000 is better than 4,000. That's maths. Hello?
This is forbidden.
King Hatip. Hello, King Hatip. I've come to say hello.
the onslaught.
Now, a choke point, which is what this battle is only really useful if you don't have to advance across it. Unfortunately, because this enemy army has... Well, I say unfortunately. Fortunately, this enemy army has no artillery, which means that either they can just sit there and get annihilated, which is exactly what's happening here, or they'll have to cross towards us, effectively meaning that this choke point works in our favour rather than theirs. Rather brazenly, I've put 3 units of hand cannons directly in front. I'm keeping my Rotting Prometheans not far behind. I'm effectively creating sort of a front line of guns that the enemy army is going to have to march directly into. under heavy artillery fire as well. These Nehekar and Horsemen trying to get around us, but the Rotting Prometheans are going to intercept them. Nice and easy. And then we've got... yeah, already starting to take fire from the deck gunners. Sepulchral Stalkers slowly crossing the ground towards us. Right to now, right into the waiting arms of the hand cannons, who of course are, as we've learned, pretty fucking effective against large units. So we're going to slow them down, and then they're going. Yeah, they're going to get absolutely fucking wrecked. I mean, Jesus, they literally just melted. Some tentacles coming out here, making the skeletons very nervous and laggy, apparently. Ooh, it's weird. Apparently tentacles make my computer lag. There we go. And there's a lovely blobbed up unit. I mean, it would be a real shame if we were to chuck, say, a bunch of high explosives right into the middle of them. Oof. Looks like these Necropolis Knights charging forward. The Rotting Prometheans meet them just before they hit the hand cannons. Not one hair on their lovely little heads is going to be touched. Apart from these guys who are getting shot by something. Oh, they're getting archered. That's why. The archers are shooting at them. Or they were. And now a lot of the archers are dead. Most of this section just marched straight into the hand cannons and died horribly. Luther's there dealing with the Sepulchral Stalkers. No, not Sepulchral Stalkers. They are Ushabti. That's what they are. And the Rotting Prometheans fairly able to finish off what's left. I mean, it'd be easy if the hand cannons could get their work done. And in fact, these hand cannons on the flank here are shooting directly into the flank of these boys, doing a lot of damage. But of course, they can hit the Rotting Prometheans as well, which is a bit of a problem. That's a sacrifice I'm willing for them to make. Well, that was total and utter carnage, and I loved every second of it.
Smash and grab.
Looting. Let's go back into our own territory to heal up. Not that we really need to, because we didn't really take any damage. I guess more melee attack would be good. So we will take that. And we don't have any upgrades to do there. We could get the Rotting Promethean gunners. I think now is the time. It's going to take us 12 turns. Let's do it. We're doing it. We're doing it, everyone. We're doing it. Could get extra casualty pressure rate, don't need it, don't need loyalty, and that's not really that useful to be honest, so none of that. More hit points. That's more melee defense and hit points, which means it's better, so we'll get that one instead. And research. Right. So, anything that's going to make us more ammunition for our gunnery mobs, not bad. Missile strength for gunnery mob. I mean, that's just an obvious one.
I am the pirate king.
I mean, these guys have got 73. No wonder they do so much damage. I guess when they shoot at a large target, all of their bullets are going to hit, so they just shred stuff. I love them. They were always a unit that I thought I should love. Like the idea of a hand cannon, I was kind of like, I'm in. But I tried them out initially when the Vampires first came out, and they weren't very good, and that made me sad. It hurt my heart. But seems like they were given a little buff or something, and they just now shred everything. It's so pleasing. It's so satisfying. I'm very pleased that they are now actually very, very useful. If it wasn't for the short range, I would just replace all of my guys with that. All my shooty boys. What do we have now? Vanguard's Revenge? Well, that is really good. Now, we have a big debuff faction-wide. So we need to do that. Speed up our build. Wait, was there a thing that reduced the... Construction costs. Was there one that reduced construction time? Guess not. I must have imagined it. Oh well. Alright, we'll build that. For 12 turns, we are going to be a little bit weaker than I'd like, but it's generally fine. Arkan, what the hell's going on, buddy? Are you getting attacked by old Deathmaster Snitch? Is this the problem? Have we got some issues? It's alright, I'll come and help you, sort them out. Public order here is looking okay, actually, not too bad. Jacqueline Sparrow. You know what? Curse of Years. Considering it reduces speed by 24% and we like shooting shit, that sounds pretty good. Charlie Nuts. What? Who the fuck's... Wait, what? Hey? Who? Nurse? Alright, never mind. You. Oh, you are Charlie Nut. Fuck. I am so smart. SMRT. Looks like Alice is here, although that is his capital.
Blood and toil.
But he does have Karon Khan. The Brayherds come. Where? Over there. Okay.
My madness is not weakness.
Alright, let's go and torch this place.
Death is at the door. All their valuables are
Give it a little sacking. We are rank 8 and closing on rank 7 when we'll get our first grumpy man. Come and attack us. We'll get Swashbuckler because that'll give you a little bit more melee attack. I'm going to go into ambush stance here, I think, and we are going to get defences here. A little bit of extra growth. You haven't done anything. I really need... Now. Need to kill lizards. On the other hand, what about if we killed some... What about if we killed some humans? The only problem being that they kind of surround us. So... Well, there's a Skull Island over... Okay, we'll go and get the Skull Island, I think. I think that's what we're going to do. Because declaring war on... We do... I mean, we have positive income, though, don't we?
To be reckoned with.
We have positive income, so... I thought it was two bloated corpses there for a second. It's not. Okay. Okay. I think we need to deal with Clan Eshin. Obviously, they hold the mountains, and so we're going to have to go into the mountains and purge the bastards.
I cannot guarantee your safety.
Hello. You want me to join your war against those guys? All right. Sure. Why not? I mean, the plan is kill everyone anyway, so...
Curse my crowded psyche.
Talking of killing everyone... I bet there's rats in them thar hills.
I was the crazy one.
Oh yes, look at that. Vermin. Is this... Okay, it has walls. Which actually kind of makes our life easier. So
A mass murder is due.
I guess being in a lovely walled settlement like this makes you feel all cosy and safe. And unless we've got no overkill, of course. The good old Queen Bess, who can drop high explosive shells directly on your heads. Plus some mortars to help out. So my plan is here that we're not going to go into the city because that seems like hard work. Plus, we don't really have the units to do it anyway. However, they do have clan rats, which is kind of annoying because they spawn them directly into my beautiful giant cannon. Oh, it's deep and dark.
Not my fight.
Now, obviously, we don't want to kill them too much, because if we kill them too much, they will warp bomb, and that will do a lot of damage. So, have to be careful. However, so far, so good. Use a little bit of moistness there. They've been drowned like rats. Ha! Good. Good. Okay, we're moving our units a little bit closer. More clan rats have been spawned in, so we need to deal with those. Now, unfortunately, what happens is they get broken, and they're now kind of surrounded. Now, whenever I try this, what happens is my clan, whoever's carrying the fucking banner, runs off over here while most of the unit right in the middle being stuck, and he's like trundling off here. And then, of course, if I warp bomb, it warp bombs there rather than over here. But you can see I'm like, oh shit, these guys are a little bit close to half health. Scatter! Everyone fucking scatter! Get out of there! They're gonna blow! And I don't think we lost anyone. I think we were fine. The Rotten Prometheans took the blast, but of course it didn't really hurt them, so all good. Oh, fuck's sake. More clan rats. Of course, this time I know they won't explode because the warp bomb's already gone off, so we're fine. Meanwhile, Luther Harkon is racking up the kills against these Skaven, are they slaves? Skaven slaves and Night Runners. Now, Clan Eshin, of course, have the bonus that their Night Runners and Gutter Runners and Night Runners have armor-piercing missile fire. Now that might sound like, oh, that's all right, fair enough, nice bonus. No, very nice bonus and very dangerous, because if those guys start shooting, say Luther, they will do a shit ton of damage very fucking quickly. And chasing large mobs of Clan Eshin Gutter Runners can be an absolute fucking nightmare, because they will just riddle you. Absolutely riddle you with armor-piercing fire. And it's amazing how much just a little bit of armor-piercing damage makes them so much more dangerous. Now, the enemy army is, I'm going to be honest, yeah, they warp bombed as well, so good job. There's half of them. Now, they're being bombed by their own artillery as well at the same time, so they're having a hell of a time. Those Plague Claw catapults causing quite the smeechy atmosphere. A lot of these units now very much trashed. Luther flapping around. I've decided to go after the Warlock Engineer because he's technically the enemy general, so we kill him, and that should hopefully cause a bit of morale panic. This army is not really made for taking settlements, to be honest, because, you know, obviously we've got gunners but no real infantry. Ideally, you'd want some, like, you know, some depth guards or something. They would do fairly well. Pole arms, pretty good. You know, something like that. We've got some rat ogres sweeping in here to punch Luther in the back of the heads. Should be fine. Mostly because they blow themselves up. Good job, guys. They've lost a lot of... Now, I've lost about 20 people, or zombies, and they've lost over 1,000, so I think I'm doing better here. Especially when you have a look at all of the mangled and dead rodent bodies currently littering the top of the gatehouse there. There's a lot of rat ogres here. Can we just kill the rat ogres, please? These rat ogre boys. That's it. Drop some artillery on their heads. There we go. Now we're talking. I mean, otherwise they've got some night runners here, gutter runners there, some gutter runners there, some clan rats, but there's not much left, to be honest. Most of their infantry is super fucking dead. Those rat ogres took a direct fucking hit. Holy shit, that killed a lot of rat ogres. And looks like the warlock engineer is away. He's terrified. He's running. A fresh unit of clan rats coming to the fight for some reason. Not sure what they think they're going to get done, but as you can see, we're now getting hit by these armor-piercing shurikens, and it's starting to do some damage. Especially because here come 2 units of gutter runners, and gutter runners, I mean, they're actually pretty fucking effective. Fortunately, we're going to engage them in melee combat, and that means they can't open fire. Rat Ogre's back, but Van Geist's Revenge is coming in. This is probably the best looking spell in the game. Hello, boys. Minces them, and then does a lovely corner shot that then wipes out even more rats. That was very satisfying. The Rat Ogre's almost dead-ish. There's not many. They don't have much health left. Let's put it that way. And they've only really got like 3 units left: gutter runners, and night runners, and of course the what's it? The Plague Lord catapults. That's it. Come on. I mean, Luther's racked up 274 kills. Pretty fucking effective. And we're going to try and get him out of here, but he gets kind of like caught up on these gutter runners that are running away, and he starts taking a lot of fire, and you can just watch his health just drop like a stone. We're trying to get him out there, but he gets overrun. How much damage he's taking. He needs to get the fuck out of there. He's up in the air. He's going to do barrel roll. Ooh, careful, careful. He's continuing to take fire. Okay, we're going to have to move the rest of our forces up, I guess, to finish off these last few units, which is kind of annoying because there's only 3 of the buggers. But alright, some of these guys have come back, but I mean, really? There's barely anything left. So we're gonna drop Luther a heal. There we go. It's gonna perk him up a little bit. I mean, look, they've got nothing. They've got half of our forces, and that's a quarter of what they started with. They must be close to breaking. But unfortunately, we're going to have to do this the hard way. Which is a shame, because it's already taken ages. And I was like, oh, it's going to be fine. We'll just bombard them into oblivion. But they've got sneaky units that I can't see. And when I get close to them, they riddle me with armor-piercing shurikens, which is just rude if you ask me. So bringing Luther back. His health isn't great, and he's taking a little bit of fire there, but we can now spot the enemy units. Which is the important thing, because then we can reduce them to jam.
We're losing. Fight another time.
Weirdly, it's better. I mean, this is why Dark Shards are so effective, because Dark Shards can arc their shots, whereas obviously handguns can't. We can get some fire in on units that are kind of like a little bit higher than the wall, like ones that are on this ramp over here. We can get some fire off on them at a right angle, but it's not ideal. Luther's still he's still getting shot by the gutter runners that aren't in combat, which is kind of annoying. hand cannons moving into position. We should be able to get some shots off, and the Rotting Prometheans are going to knock down the door for us. The problem is the Rotting Prometheans are... Their stats aren't bad, but they just don't do a huge amount of damage, is really the problem. Their weapon strength isn't very good. So they can hit stuff, but they just don't have very good attacks. The actual attack animations aren't very wide. They just don't seem to do much damage. And as such, they're just not really effective units to have in melee combat. They're there to hold units back and let your guns do the work. Okay, there we go. Bombarding shit from above. I mean, there's barely any rats left now. Oh, some lovely shots there. Down to almost 250. We've lost barely anyone. About 40 zombies we've lost. Mostly to these artillery shots, but we should be able to heal up right after the battle anyway. And there we go. Finally, army losses taking effect. I mean, I won, but it was kind of slow, annoying, and cheesy, so...
I want devastation.
Little bit concerned we might be ambushed, but I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's absolutely fine. So, let's get... Gondhal's Dance Macabre is nice. I think I'm going to go hard to hit because you're quite a large target.
My madness is not weakness.
So let's do that. Upkeep reduction would be good. Casualty replenishment would be also good. I'm going to get upkeep reduction, I think, is where we're going, because we can get both of those eventually anyway. Let's go kidnapping with you, and...
Astride the waves.
Oh. Gotta be honest, there's a lot... Jesus. There's a lot of dead bodies here. It's like... Why there? Why clustered around there? What the hell happened? Rob. Powder keg. Why not? It's quite nice to be able to... Especially in long sieges like that, it's nice to be able to, like, pop the ammo of your artillery units up. With that said... Hello, Deathmaster Snitch. You want a peace treaty, do you? Problem is, you're still at war with my buddy. So, no. Your strength rank 30, which suggests you don't really have an army. I forgot what I was saying beforehand. Something about badgers, maybe? Who knows? Badgers. Nature's...
I am the pirate king.
Stripy rats?
Back to your ranks.
That works. Good. Okay, fab. Right. Let's... Oh, hello.
The Tomb King.
You know when I said, oh yeah, I'll declare war on them, it's fine. Remember when I said that? I definitely said that at some point, didn't I? And yet, here they come. Straight, I mean, you know, Arkans over here, they've been at war obviously for a little while, and they don't really care, do they? I should never agree to declare war on a...
Hotter than burning black powder.
Should we get some of this? No, you know what we need? We need defences, don't we? Let's get the defences. Hello.
No.
It's that guy. It's fine. Right, let's go and get this Skull Island over here. Let's go and grab that one. And I think I'm just going to resolve. Resolve. Take the money. Raise a standard, not the worst thing to have. I'll take that. And then we hop back into Pox Marsh. Cushty. Absolutely cushty. Right, how are we doing for infamy? We're almost there. We're almost the first rank of infamy. This is very exciting. Tommy Sea Urchin, you can do that. And then Charlie Nuts, you can... No. Gunsight. Gunsight's just better. And Estelle's Sawfish. Vangeist's Revenge, because it's basically Wind of Death, but with a cooler animation. Okay, those guys are confederated, which is no concern of mine.
Fleet captain reporting.
I'm just interested to see what's going on here. So we've got some fleets of Dark Elves. Looks like Clan Moulder's over here somewhere. I'm guessing these battle points might be Clan Moulder. That would be my guess. That would be my guess. Right, where's that? Oh, they're down there. Can we reach them? I mean, they're more likely, in my opinion, to try to... They don't want to come anywhere close to me because they know I will tear them limb from limb. So we'll lay a little ambush for them. I'm going to get hard to hit because being more tanky is good. And shall we go and kill you just for the XP? Don't run away. You were sailing up my coast. That's sending false signals, isn't it? Did you recover from my the last drop-in you got? I don't think you did you? Okay, you're dead now. And that has ranked you up. So we can get held together by screws, which is going to give our boy, you know, 45 melee defense is reasonable. More gun sights. All that kind of good stuff. Right, let's see if Sudenburg decides to come any closer. I suspect they will. Then we can kill them, and then I can concentrate on wiping out. I mean, to be honest, if we raise some of these settlements, that should give us the infamy boost we need. Okay, now the Sudenburg army went over here somewhere, but more importantly, it looks like King Rashkaf has decided to attack us. Oh, we got. We're more shooty, and here we go. Defeat the following lord in battle. Reich Admiral Halhoff. He's got the Lost Sea Shanty. First verse. Reich Admiral Halhoff possesses one of the 3 verses of the fabled Lost Sea Shanty, and by exceeding his infamy you have provoked his ire. He is now sailing the seas, determined to hunt you down and reclaim his place. You must put an end to this pirate once and for all, and in doing so take the verse from him. Halhoff was a renowned admiral in the Imperial Navy, and his tale is one of bewilderment. The story tells that he kept a bright yellow parrot as a pet that sat on his shoulder, never leaving his master's side for a second. Halhoff, famous for having never lost a battle at sea, somewhat oddly put the credit for every victory solely with the parrot. Supposedly during the heat of battle, the parrot squawked key tactical advice, which the admiral would use to soundly beat his opponents. Whether Halhoff's parrot was simply uttering madness-inducing ramblings or not, his crew could not deny the Reich Admiral's resultant mastery of naval combat. So when one morning Halhoff exited his cabin and announced to his crew that they were to leave the service of the Empire immediately and become pirates, upon the suggestion of his parrot, everyone aboard simply agreed.
Little more than rotting mummy.
I mean, I'd probably go, that sounds mental. But recent events, I'd probably go, you know what, that sounds probably quite plausible. King Rashaf. Yeah, whatever. Honestly, look at the cheeky bastards chucking screaming skulls at me. Absolute state of it. We do have reinforcements coming in, and they're currently dealing with some skeleton horsemen. We've got some sirens there, some deckhand. We've got a couple of fatties. It's nice. Meanwhile, the rest of the Nehekaran forces advancing up, taking pot shots at our hand cannons. Absolute job. What a bunch of bastards. You know I love my hand cannons. See these Ushabti advancing. How's that going to work out for them? Not well. They start getting whittled down very, very quickly. Just a bit of a laugh, isn't it? I tried to get a Vangeist's Revenge off. Unfortunately, I misjudged quite how long that spell takes to go off. So, I mean, it did kill some tomb guards. So there we go. You know, could be worse. Luther's going to engage some of these sepulchral stalkers, or he would have done had they not been completely wrecked in double short time. A little bit of making some skeletons moist there. That's the first time in ages they've been a moist. Dusty boys. Rotting Prometheans moving in to engage the tomb guard. And then over on the right hand flank here we've got Jacqueline Sparrow, who's engaged these skeleton horsemen so that these gunnery mob with handguns can just whittle them down. There's also some sepulchral stalkers over here who are apparently just not doing anything, they're just watching. Oh, they're taking pot shots at Jacqueline. Okay, that's what they're doing. Okay, fine, whatever. You do you. Our reinforcements are slowly making their way over to us, they're taking their time though. Looks like we've got a Tomb Prince heading for the black spot. It's a bit annoying. These skeleton spearmen going for a break in our line. Looks like the enemy general killed by Luther in the distance there. That's of course going to cause a bit of morale shock across the board for the enemy army. And that's not good because there's not many of them left.
The Pirate King only knows victory.
Okay, they're dead, but we're probably going to lose Martek because Sudenburg is just over there. You know, if I march in this direction, I might be able to cut them off. So we'll try doing that.
Not stupid.
In the meantime, we're going to... Ooh, now, Gaze Nagash is awful, so there's no point wasting a... I'm tempted to... You know what, okay, hard to hit. Make you more tanky. And you, I get... Ooh, utility belt. Sure, why not? I guess that's fine. Right. Admiral Hauhoff is over here somewhere, so we'll deal with him. And we're 7 turns away from the ancient vault, but in the meantime, that does mean we've got an increase of base cast for miscast base fucking hell. Less winds of magic and magic resistance, which I mean it's not too bad, but it is a bit of a problem, and we're going to have to keep an eye on that one. And let's see if we can find Nagel. Ah, there you are. You know what? That's not as much money as I thought it was. When can we make a new pirate cove? 7 turns. Okay, that's not too bad. In the meantime, you're just going to sit there. How much does Hagreef make? Hagreef actually makes more. Okay, change my mind. Going over here. We'll whack an old pirate cove in there and start stealing stuff off Dark Elves, which I'm sure will go down very well with them. I'm sure they'll be absolutely fine with that. I should have got this before I built that building. Oh well. Never mind. These things happen. Let's get... Oh, leadership is... Oh, campaign movement range. Yes, please. Holy shit. I mean, I don't know how much campaign movement range Luther has, but I believe it's somewhere close to fucking ridiculous.
My madness is not weakness.
Because he's got the Moonraker, so that's a 30% increase. He's got 10% from... Yeah, so basically he can move quite far, and that's quite useful for roving around and attacking stuff, because we've only got a couple of armies. But maybe I should get another army. Alternatively, maybe I should replace all of my Rotting Prometheans with Sebastians, which I'm sure we can get soon. Do we have the building for it? We do, don't we? 375 compared to 197. They do cost more, but it's not outside the realms of possibility that we could just recruit 5 Sebastians? Maybe that's the poll for next time. Should I... Right. Do I keep my Rotting Prometheans and maybe get a Sebastian? Alternatively, do I get an entire defensive line of Sebastian crabs? Let me know. But that's going to have to wait until next time. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.
Those fools.